Good morning, everyone. I am Maheswari, APEEE Department, R&D Engineering College. This video, we have the discussion about the subject High Voltage Engineering. The subject code is E8701 and the unit of discussion is Unit 5, High Voltage Testing and Insulation Coordination. So, in this particular unit, we will discuss about the subtopic bushing. So we have to understand what is bushing, where it is used, and the testing of bushing. Different bushings we are going to see in this particular session. So here the bushing, it is in electrical power. This bushing is an electrical hollow insulator that allows electrical conductor to pass safely through a conducting barrier. Example, in case of a transformer or circuit breaker without making any electrical contact with it. So bushing, it is an hollow electrical insulator that allows electric conductor to pass safely through it. The bushings are typically made up of porcelain and the other materials are also used. Now, in case of bushing, all materials carrying an electric charge generate an electric field. When an energized conductor is near a material at earth potential, it can form very high electric field strength, especially where the field lines are forced to curve sharply around the earth material. So the bushing controls the shape and strength of the field and reduces the electrical stress in the insulating material. So this is the diagram representation of bushings, and the types of bushings depends on the porcelain insulation bushing, and then paper insulation, and then resin insulation. These are the different types of bushings. Now, so in the transformer, these bushings are used. And we will move to the topic, the testing of bushings. So the different tests are conducted on bushing, such as power frequency test, impulse voltage test, thermal test. So in power frequency test, we have different types. First one is power factor voltage test, internal or partial discharge test, momentary withstand test, 1 minute wet withstand test, and visible discharge test. First, we'll discuss about the topic power frequency test. In that, power factor voltage test. In power factor voltage test, the bushings are connected to the high voltage side of the line and are immersed in the oil. The tank or earth is connected to the detector side of high voltage. So here we are using a sharing bridge. So the tank is connected to the sharing bridge. The line voltage is applied in steps and then it is reduced. The capacitance and power factor are recorded at each steps. If the power factor is high, the efficiency of the bushing is high and they have a long life. This is the power factor voltage test. The next test is internal or partial discharge test. So in this test, the bushings are made up of composite dielectric. That is, when the voltage is applied, partial discharges occur in the bushing because of the presence of voids, cracks, and imperfections. So a graph is drawn between the voltage and discharge, which gives the performance of the bushing in partial discharge test. Next test is momentary withstand test or power frequency test. Momentary withstand at power frequency test. When the standard impulse voltage of 1 by 50 microseconds is applied to the bushing, and we will check the working condition of the bushing and voltage for a particular time period, say a minimum time period of 30 seconds. And the bushing is able to pass the test if no failure or no puncture of bushing occurs. Okay, this test is called momentary withstand test. Next one is 1 minute withstand test. So in this for the bushing, a voltage is applied, a specified voltage is applied to the bushing which is in service under the rainy season condition. The bushing is said to have passed if the flashover does not occur for 1 minute. That is, it is able to withstand the applied voltage under rainy conditions if there is no flashover occurs. Okay, this test is called 1 minute wet withstand test. The next test is visible discharge test. So, under a specified voltage, the bushing is placed in a dark room. The bushing is able to pass the test if no visible discharges other than arcing horns are available. This test is conducted to determine whether in the service test. Now, the next test is impulse voltage test. In impulse voltage test, we have two different types. This first one is full wave withstand test and then chopped wet withstand and switching surge test. So in this impulse voltage test, the applied voltage is the impulse voltage. Under that, the full wave withstand test, we will see the procedure of this. Now, when a standard impulse voltage of 1 by 50 microseconds wave is applied with machine for both the positive and negative polarities. So, in this particular voltage applied, impulse voltage applied, out of the 5 consecutive applications of standard impulse wave, the bushing is said to be failed if two flashover takes place. If there are two flashover take place, then bushing is said to be failed. And if one flashover occurs, then 10 consecutive application of standard impulse wave and bushing is said to have passed if no flashover takes place. So, when a standard impulse voltage is applied for 1 by 50 microseconds, if there is one flashover and after that 10 consecutive application of impulse voltage will be provided and we say the bushing has passed if there is no flashover. So this method of testing is known as full wave withstand test. Next method is chopped wet withstand and switching surging test. So chopped wet withstand test and switching surging test is conducted for high voltage in the range of 220 kilovolt and applications. The specific and then pushing is passed if no flashover takes place. So this method of testing is known as chopped wet withstand and switching surge test. Now the next test is for thermal test. Thermal test, there are two types in it. First one is temperature rise test. And then next one is thermal stability test. We will see at different temperature what is happening, that is known as temperature rise test. The temperature rise test is conducted in free air. Now with ambient temperature which is about conducted for a long time. The next test is thermal stability test. The bushings is operated with the transformer. The temperature may increase in the transformer and the bushing beyond 80 degrees Celsius and thermal runaway conditions will occur. So thermal stability test is very essential for bushings. Now in this, when 86% of the nominal system voltage is applied to the bushing, which is immersed in the oil in a transformer, and in service condition and working at maximum temperature. This test is conducted to the bushing, which is used for about 132 kilovolt. In high voltage applications, the dielectric losses are high. So these are the different types of tests conducted in the bushings. So the different types of tests are power frequency test, impulse voltage test, and thermal test. Everyone.